Hello and welcome back to FDTV. We are here to discuss some quick takes on what is going on in the world of football. My name is Jawad. I am your host along with my co-host Ali. Ali, what is the first topic in quick takes that you want to discuss?
For the first topic, we have to go all the way back to the 2002 World Cup. Ronaldo Nazario, the absolute legend of the game, had an awful hairstyle at that tournament. He just came out to apologize to all the mothers around the globe who had to sit through the phase of their son getting the hairstyle and rocking it for a few months. So what are your thoughts on it? Was it a bad hairstyle or was it something that is okay in the footballing world?
I'm always up for experimenting with what is going on with the hair, specifically at a young age, right? But I'm in the mindset of the mothers going back in 2002 thinking, what in the hell is Ronaldo thinking?
True.
The best player at the time and having that hairstyle, obviously people are going to copy you, and he rightly apologized. I feel like Ronaldo, yeah, it's about time you apologize.
I think it is right for him to apologize. It was absolutely a dreadful hairstyle. And people idolized footballers of his caliber and his stature. So I think he's right to apologize, especially to the mothers of the children who got that hairstyle, and the mothers had to sit through that particular phase and explain to everyone why that my son is not crazy. He's rocking the hairstyle of a famous footballer. So I absolutely sympathize with him. And good on Ronaldo that he apologized.
All right, so the next one, let's get into Gareth Bale's mindset. What is going through his head? Did you hear about the comments he made about the loan return to Real Madrid?
That was pretty weird to hear that, considering the fact that you are welcomed back in a very loving way to Tottenham. I think Gareth Bale has forgotten that the level of disrespect that his statements and actions show. He should only talk about Tottenham as a Tottenham player. He should not talk about Real Madrid that I'm going back. I still have 1 year to go. We all know how awful his relationship with Zidane is. So Gareth Bale should be more respectful and careful about his surroundings, and being a footballer, that is of the utmost importance. What do you think of the statement?
Here's what I think. I think Bale is the absolute best troll in world football right now. He's trolling us all. It's all contract negotiation. It's all about, like, his statement after that comment was, what did I say wrong? Legally, my loan contract with Tottenham ends at the season, and legally I have to go back to Real Madrid. Did I say anything else? I was absolutely right in saying that. And that's where he played everyone like a fiddle. Right? People think that, he's disrespecting Tottenham, he's disrespecting Real Madrid's time, well, whatever is going on. But here's the thing. Bale is a troll, and Bale is just messing with us all. He's just trying to make his money. He's back in form at Tottenham, and I feel like he's going to stay at Tottenham. Now, whether they can afford to have him there, it's an entirely different situation. But yeah, Bale is a troll. That's my type.
So for the next quick take on football for the past 7 days, we're going to talk about the RB Leipzig defender, Ibrahima Konate. Very good defender, calm and composed, is a very good leader as well, can neutralize counterattacks, very well aware on set pieces, and obviously half of Europe is linked with the man. Liverpool are the latest team to have very strong rumors suggesting that they are going for him as a partner for Virgil van Dijk and to phase out Joel Matip out of the starting 11. So what do you think of those scout report? Do you think he's a good fit for Liverpool?
I think he's an absolute great fit for Liverpool right now. But here's the comments of the player. The player himself is saying that he literally woke up with messages on his phone saying, hey, what is going on? And he said, I am a Leipzig player as of right now, and that's what I'm going to think about. So that's what we were talking about, as in Bale should have done. But Konate is an entirely different breed. He is not the troll that Bale is. And I feel like a move to Liverpool is the next step in his life that he needs. And I feel like Liverpool has had enough of woes, and it should be a good time for him to move to Liverpool and give Van Dijk the partner that he deserves. And if you remember, Konate is one of the players that we discussed initially in our transfer series, where we were discussing absolute defenders that you should be on the watch out for. And that shows that he is a great defender, and Liverpool are absolutely right to be linked with him. What do you think?
I've always rated him above Dayot Upamecano, who has left for Bayern Munich as well. So the centre back pairing that Leipzig have relied for the past 2 seasons has finally broken. And if Konate leaves, that's the end of the story. Konate is a very good defender. I like the mature side of things that he showcases on the pitch. Always is hardworking, and he's very quick for a defender. Whether Liverpool will be a good fit for him or not, I don't know, because they're also linked with Jules Koundé. So hard to believe on these scout reports, but Konate, very good defender, will elevate a lot of teams.
Oh, let's talk one defender to another good defender, Sergio Ramos. Now, rumors are that he's been given the ultimatum at Real Madrid that he needs to know in 48 hours what he's going to do with his contract. What do you think happens?
Fiorentino Perez should sell his own car if he's running short on money and provide a good contract to Sergio Ramos. The man gave you the kick-starting confidence when he scored that 93rd minute header against Atletico in the UCL final. That was the beginning of a new golden era for Real Madrid, who were struggling to even compete in the quarterfinals before that. So that is the man that should be held in the same regard as Di Stefano or Zidane or Raul. That man is absolutely a legend of the game, and particularly for Real Madrid. Give him another contract. Even Varane is underperforming right now, and when Ramos is absent from the pitch, you absolutely lack that leadership, and there's nobody else in the squad that can fulfill that role. Absolute warrior, and I would love to see him in the Real Madrid shirt. He belongs to Madrid, in my opinion. I cannot see him wearing a Chelsea kit or even a Manchester United kit. So Ramos should be given a contract, whatever he wants to do.
Now, here's my take on this. Now, Ramos has been somewhat linked with AC Milan. Now, at the age that he is at, I feel like he can still add value to any team that he goes to because of his experience, because of his positioning.
Yes.
A certain defender named Alexandro Nesta comes to mind in terms of the positioning and the absolute brilliance footballing mind that Ramos possesses. He is one of, if not the best defender of the last decade. He has absolutely transformed the position. He really plays out of the back. He takes the ball from defense to midfield as is his responsibility, right? So the guy is a great defender. There's no doubt about it. Now, whether he deserves a 2 years contract or not is an entirely different story. Now, I feel like personally, if I was Ramos, I would ask for the 2 years contract. And if I was a Real Madrid fan, I would want them to extend him for that two years, right? But here's the thing. If you do that for Ramos, what precedent does that set up for the rest of the team? Like, if you're a good player, if you were a great player, if you are a club legend, do we throw the policies out of the bag? Everyone else is going to start asking for 2 years contract after they're 30. So that's my only concern. Yes. But here's my take. Pay the guy the money. Pay him the money, man. Right. All right. That's all for Ramos.
Anyways, moving on to the next take that we have. Bayern Munich are writing off Douglas Costa, and he's going back to Juventus. The man that we know as Flash in football, Douglas Costa, he's lost his pace. But what do you think of the whole scenario?
I feel like it's a failure for Italian football, having to ship out a good player in Costa to Bayern Munich, and then he himself failing to perform at Bayern Munich. What is going on, Costa? What happened? You're not the player that we're used to. You're not the player that I remember certainly playing for Juventus, right? So going back to Juventus, he's absolutely going to be a utility player like he was at Munich. And he is going to be a failure. One of those players that will come into the top 10 list of players who had tremendous potential but failed to realize that potential. I think it reflects very badly on Calcio, and it reflects very badly on Juventus that they had a player of the talents of Costa and they failed to make anything out of him. Do you think that Costa should have stayed and performed better at Munich, or is Munich rightly in the correct position to ship him back to Juventus?
I remember the time when Manchester United were linked with him when he was 25 years old. Loved watching him, and he reminded me of Luis Nani that we had at United. A similar profile, likes to run in from the wing, excellent crosser of the ball, but that has slowly faded, and he's a very ordinary player right now. He's on the same level as Bernardeschi, and Juventus are looking to phase him out as well. No wonder he did not keep up with the wingers at Bayern Munich. You're talking about Lira, Sané, Alphonso Davies, and Serge Gnabry. Hard to beat Yeah, hard to beat that pairing. So Douglas Costa should go to a club like Everton or Napoli, and maybe have a decent end to his career. I think he has lost the touch that he had because of the injuries. Yep.
All right, so the last topic that I am going to discuss, I'm absolutely over the moon to discuss this. The new emblem of Inter Milano, no longer FC Internazionale, is Inter Milano right now. The new logo that they officially unveiled today, as of the time of recording. What do you think?
What do I think? I presume if you go to another galaxy on a different planet and they have a McDonald's over there, this would be their logo. The intergalactic McDonald's logo. This looks absolutely horrific. This is something out of Star Wars. I don't know what they did. The last one was so classy. The gold touch, the dark and blue combining and presenting a beautiful picture in the logo. This is dreadful. I don't know what to say.
It's a failure of modernizing the club. Juventus successfully did that, and they've absolutely failed at doing this. Now, it looks to me like a failed Ford car logo, right? It looks like an MG logo. It looks like a lot of things. It does not look like a classy football emblem. When we say classy, you got to modernize. I get that. I absolutely agree with that. You go with the time, but you modernize it in a way that you still represents your club. And it feels like they're going away from all of it all, right? They were known as FC Internazionale for a very key reason. They were the players who wanted international players in their squad. And as of right now, going to the Inter Milano, wanting to be known as the city of Milan and the team out of Milan, it's a good thought at heart. But the way to represent that, I don't think this logo officially does that. I'm not for it. And that's not just me being an AC Milan fan and saying it. The logo looks absolutely horrendous as per my take. Thank you for joining us again at FDTV. It's been me, your host Jawad, along with my co-host Ali. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you think the Inter Milan emblem is actually good or not. Make sure to subscribe. Keep us viewing on all of your podcasting platforms. We are available everywhere. Just search for Football Dose TV. You should be able to find us. It's been a great time. FDTV out.